Hi, my name is Jalen, and I am legally blind. I was born with a genetic disease called Cone-Rod Dystrophy. Essentially what it is a collection of eye disorders like low vision, an involuntary movement of the eyes, which makes it hard to focus, and color blindness. And this sucks because I love video games. I've loved video games ever since I was a kid, and video games are a very visual medium. Since I love video games, people often ask me, how do you play games if you can't see? Well, I would like to explore that question in a series of videos, going over design aspects that games use and techniques that I use to help me play games. How do I, as a legally blind individual, play 2D platformers like New Super Mario Bros? I receive visual information slower, so I need to find ways of either simplifying that information, therefore making it easier to access, or limit the amount of information that I take in. In a 2D space, there are only 4 directions that a character can move: up, down, left, or right. This is infinitely more simple than 360 degrees of movement in most 3D games, not to mention handling the camera in those games. Having only 4 directions of movement means that there are less likely scenarios, and therefore less visual information for me to process. So, how does one simplify visual information? Let's take Mario here. Now, Mario looks pretty nice, right? I mean, red cap, blue overalls, mamma mia, mwah, so nice. But all these amazing details aren't super important to play the game. I mean, the most important part is to know what space Mario is occupying at any given time. So we can take this model and we can simplify it, and boom! We got ourselves a red-blue square. This helps me know what gaps Mario can and can't fit through, along with his relation to other level elements. Not only can I do this with Mario, but I can also do it with other elements in the level. Goombas become brown moving boxes, and Koopas become tall yellow blocks. Now, these bricks are also brown. However, Goombas are constantly moving, allowing them to be distinguished from each other. This method I use allows visual information to be quickly distinguished without having to go through the long process of looking over these detailed and beautiful models. Now, another important part of this method is color, more specifically, contrast. While the colors in Mario's design may seem simple, they actually do a really good job at contrasting with other elements in the level. For example, red is not used very often in backgrounds, so his red cap and red shirt jump out. But if red is used, or the red in Mario's design is for some reason indiscernible, it's time for the blue overalls to shine. These ideas aren't just applicable to Mario, but can be applied to many elements throughout the game, such as items and enemies. Of course, not everything is discernible. I mean, I'm looking at you, World 8 of Mario Bros. 3, shooting black cannonballs on a black background. Like, what were you thinking? While not a major topic in regards to the Super Mario series, lighting does play a key part in visibility. Normally, this isn't a big issue because, well, contrasts. But there are specific instances in the new Super Mario Bros. Series where lighting plays as a mechanic. Specifically, the levels where they take it away. Not being able to see well in a platformer sucks. Not being able to see at all because they turn the lights out makes it downright impossible. And it's really not cool. However, I'm pretty sure most people don't like these levels, so Nintendo, if you just stop making them, that'd be great. Let's say you do lose track of Mario in the madness. When you take a hit, you either have died, or there's a massive flashing flag letting you know where Mario is. Since your eyes are naturally drawn to flashing movement, your focus is then guided back to where Mario is. Not to mention, there's a pretty distinct audio cue that plays when you do take a hit. Speaking of audio cues, running, jumping, collecting coins, hitting blocks, and practically anything else has their own distinct sound effect.
This helps to confirm actions such as hitting enemies, collecting coins, and taking hits. Because these sounds are so distinct from each other, you often don't need to see the action to know that it has happened. Even the timer has its own special rendition for when it gets down to 100 seconds. The music shifts up in pitch, and it gets faster. Now that we're past all the visuals and audio, let's get into the gameplay. Mechanically moving Mario is pretty simple. Basically, you just move left or right, and jump when needed. Holding down the jump button determines how high you jump, whereas your speed horizontally determines your jump distance. Not only is this simple, it's also consistent. With each jump you make, you might not realize it, but you're slowly beginning to register the physics of the game. You begin to learn which jumps are too far or too high. Basically, it's becoming muscle memory. You've done something so many times, you just have internalized it, like your multiplication tables, where your things are in your house, and how far and high Mario can jump. The difference is, while this is a passive behavior for you, it's an active behavior for me. Being able to comprehend a mechanic like a jump arc, the bounce of a fireball, or the trajectory of a hammer, and simplifying it, allows me to make faster, better informed decisions. This takes an incredible amount of trial and error. You are going to die to figure out how Mario's jump arc works. Again, allowing information to be processed quickly is essential. You are making a million lightning-fast decisions in these games. Enemies suddenly appearing from the right side of the screen. A pit opening up before you. Toad refusing to slow down even though you've begged your friend 1,000 times to please stop running because if you die one more time, the lives will be spent and just... Sometimes there's just nothing you can do but grit your teeth and throw yourself against the brick wall until either you break or it does. Thank you so much for watching. I would just like to clarify that in this video, this is my experiences and opinions only. Also, if you notice my eyes wandering around during this video, it's just something that I do. Don't worry about it too much. It's something that stems from the visual disability. Anyways, if you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them down below. And if you like what you see, be sure to please the YouTube algorithm and, like and subscribe. Have a great day, and thank you so much for watching our video.